Hi, it's Dave here from Elysium Sophia, and again, just 12 sleeps until Christmas, we welcome you once again to our home here at Elysium Sophia. On this day when, of course, it's starting to look a lot more like Christmas everywhere we go. So, you're welcome today here at Elysium Sophia, where we can help you to help your channel, help see it grow, and also help you to be the best version of you that you can possibly be. Through the power of hypnosis, through the power of mindfulness meditation and relaxation and rejuvenation. But betwixt now and Christmas, we are on our mission to try and do as many live broadcasts as we can, and we've evolved here into a chat show. So we invite you to come along and chat with us. Just what it says on the tin. It is what it is. Come and chat with us. We've been chatting about all sorts, which originally started off talking about the vaccine and started talking about different ways that we can fight the vaccine together. And our friends from across the pond in America and here in the UK and from the Philippines, from Europe, all have a chat together. And the last time we were chatting, we were talking about films and Christmas. And it's up to you what we chat about. Because without you, there will be no chat show. And our usual friends, hopefully, will be with us again today. So if you're joining us from wherever, we say hi. And the weather outside is frightful, but in here it's so delightful. Well, since there's no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Well, we finally kiss goodnight. Oh, I hate going out in the cold. You really hold me tight. Oh, on the way home will be cold. Cold? Oh, the weather outside is frightful, and we can't afford a trifle. But since there's no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. As we said, 12 sleeps through to Christmas now, and an early happy Christmas to all our friends, wherever you're joining us from today. Maybe from the Philippines, our friends from the Philippines, working or living out there in the Philippines, in Dubai, in China, in Thailand, where our journey began through Thai boxing, our spiritual, our physical, our journey out in Thailand, where Elysium Sophia, we began Thai boxing, and I started off my journey as a Thai boxer back in Thailand, and now here and training my own beautiful daughter, the Sophia, behind Elysium Sophia. And you know her as Penny the Panda, who's working behind the camera today. And so if you're joining us again from the Philippines, we say hi. From Asia, we say hi. From across the pond, Juliet the Shih Tzu and her doggy community, and our friends from across the pond in America that might join us today, we say hi. And of course our friends from our beautiful second home out there in Cyprus, we say hi to you and hope you're okay. From Europe, from anywhere across the globe really, and especially obviously over the last few days, it's been a lot of our friends from here in the UK that are joining us and making our chats so vivid, to say the least. And we've been chatting about favourite films, about favourite pastimes, favourite all-time songs. We can join that again today. We can pick it up again today. Your favourite song, your favourite Christmas song. Have you got a favourite Christmas carol? And what's your favourite movie of all time? We were discussing that. So lots to stay here for. And today, we don't know who's going to bob in. The other day, we were broadcasting live, and our friends in the Philippines put us on a loudspeaker. And we were spreading a bit of Christmas cheer bite to all our friends in a Filipino market. And that was amazing. We were able to say hi in so many different languages. So wherever you are, join us. You're welcome at Elysium Sophia. And the wonderful, that is my beautiful daughter, my very precious daughter, behind the camera, scratching her head at the moment, that little panda, and she'll be welcoming you as she normally does, usually does. I hate using the word normal, because what is normal? Penny.
Hello everybody, Penny the Panda here from Elysium Sphere. So I have atted people, hopefully people...
You have atted people? Who have we atted?
I was going to tell you that, like we were saying before, we were in a Philippine market.
We were?
someone joined us who very kindly put us on some speakers.
Some speakers.
Market.
Yeah.
So we were there.
So we could,
I'll tell you who I've atted.
Spread some Christmas joy. Atted. Who have we
I
atted,
have
my
atted.
little panda?
Jen Laurenciano.
Jen Lenciana.
Kuya J Official. Fenfam.
Femfam.
Eliza.
Talks to the animals.
Ashford de Jesus.
Ashley de Jesus.
Vegan Realist.
Vegan Realist.
Culver Fan.
Culver Fan Vlog.
Rico's Kitchen.
Rico's Kitchen.
Grumpy Vegan Grandad.
Grumpy Vegan Grandad.
Marsden It.
Marsden it just a little bit.
And TT's TV.
Brilliant. That's great. So we've answered a few people, and we'll just see who joins us today. We were chatting the other day because we're also on another app that we love, that we like it. We really like it, and that's the other app that we go on. And a lot of our friends from that channel, that platform, join us here on YouTube, which is great because, as we mentioned before, we are having a few issues at the moment with our other platform that we like, because they don't believe at this moment in time that I'm over the age of 18, which is very, very flattering, but quite annoying when you're trying to continue your lives.
Yeah.
I go on live with my daughter, but she doesn't go on as Penny the Panda. She goes on as Sophia. So people on the other platform know exactly what she looks like. She does dance videos and things like that, and we host a chat show on there, which is going down great. We have hundreds of thousands of viewers, of subscribers on there, and it's really good. But our home here at YouTube, we're due to be monetized very, very soon. And we're looking forward to that, really, really, so much. And with that in mind, we've decided that we've given ourselves mind over matter. About the 20th of December, we should be there now. As far as we're aware, we're monetised now, and we'll be monetised very, very soon. But when that actually officially happens, we're going to have a special party for all our YouTube friends from across the world. And also, Penny the Panda will reveal her head to everyone and see the person who is the beauty behind Penny the Panda, which will be great. Penny.
Hello, so we've got Joyous Helen who says, hello host, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
So
How are you?
Hello, Joyous Helen. I've just given you a blue jacket. Welcome to our live stream. You are new to our channel.
So you are new, so don't be bedazed by things. I take it from your good morning that you're across the pond in America, maybe.
Joyous said thumbs up done, so thank you for the thumbs up.
Thank you for the thumbs up.
Joyous said, I'm good, thank you.
Good.
So where are you from, Joyous Helen?
Yeah, whereabouts are you from? Are you, from you saying good morning, sounds like you're from America, across the pond there. I don't know, could be wrong, but you're really welcome. Things warm up and hot up here, don't worry. We're very early, we've just started our live, and we'll be joined today by our friends from all over the world. From here in the UK, from the Philippines, where we have so many subscribers from, and also from America, from across the pond, and in Europe, so Scandinavia in particular. So you're welcome, Penny.
From Canada.
From Canada, hi. It's great. We have a few. What's his name now? Forget the other guy's name, but Creepy was in doing out in the army in Canada,
Yeah.
and you'll be Creepy will be joining us, I'm sure, later on today. And Creepy's ex-forces and living in the Philippines at the moment, on his way soon to be coming back to the UK, talking about lots of things, and we really start stirring it up when he joins us, and everybody else. If you're joining us today, it's starting to look a lot like Christmas everywhere we go. So we're spicing it up a bit, literally, all the way through to Christmas, and you're welcome.
She joined from her sister's live stream from Mama
From whose?
her sister's live stream.
Oh, lovely! That's fantastic. So we're hemming it up now towards Christmas, and we really are starting to get into the Christmas mood, to the Christmas spirit, and basically singing songs like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Yes, you'll go down in history. Ba-dum-bum. A lot of people ask us to give us a bit of a rendition of Christmas songs, so we like to oblige. So don't think, what's he doing, that big bald guy there? He's not doing hypnosis today, he's singing Christmas songs. That's what we're about,
I
man.
have a younger sister in the UK and they're clapping.
On the where, sorry?
In the UK.
In the UK? You're from the UK?
No, they have a sister, a younger
A sister in the UK.
And
Sorry, my hearing. Since COVID, I was explaining to a lady in a shop today. We've been to Christmas shopping, and it seems to me that you live your life like a candle in the wind. Not actually, but I was saying, I think during COVID I've gone slightly deaf.
She said amazing.
Oh, thank you very much. It's Yup. That's great. Well, we're waiting for our friends to arrive, but while we're here, we're trying to bring a bit of festive cheer to all our friends from everywhere.
And also, join us if you can share this live stream. That would be really helpful to us, so we can get as many people here as possible, so we can help you as well. And yeah, thank
And
you.
the voice you can hear is my wonderful daughter, Elysium Sophia. Elysium, all about wholeness and well-being. And if you are new to us, Sophia, also known as Penny the Panda, and she'll be on in a bit as Penny the Panda, because Penny is very, very active on the channel. Obviously, the channel named after Elysium, wholeness, well-being, and Sophia named after my precious daughter, whose dulcet tones you can hear behind the camera. And we were talking about what will be happening as soon as we're monetized, which will be very soon now. Is we're having an unveiling, and Penny the Panda will be taking her head off. Literally, because that would be just deranged doing that. But she was taking her head off and showing the whole world the face that is Penny the Panda, which is great. And people have asked us to do that. We're not just doing it because we think people would like to see Penny. People can see Penny anyway on our other platform because she is as she is. But on here, on YouTube, it's still quite under wraps as to what she looks like. Her friends know who she looks like, that will be joining us maybe today, from a local to where she is at school. But everybody else really just knows her as Penny the Panda. So between now and probably the 20th of December, we're just trying to bring a bit of Christmas joy. And I'm talking about Christmas joy. We've been Christmas shopping today. We've been out quite, well, say early. Christmas shops don't open while 11 o'clock on a Sunday, because that's just the law of England. You can't do that. But we've been out today Christmas shopping, and as I'm looking through the window at the moment, just to reiterate, the weather outside is frightful, but in here it's so delightful. Since there's no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Well, we finally kiss goodnight. Oh, I hate going out in the snow. You'll really hold me tight, and on the way home we'll be warm. Well, the weather outside is frightful, and we can't afford a trifle. Well, since there's no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. And it's not snowing yet. I presume it's snowing in Canada. How come it never rains and only snows? We fell into each other's arms. This is the right thing for sure. Snows in Canada. Our very own Prince Harry, living out there at the moment, decided to go and live there with the Mounties. Out there in Canada. What is the weather like? Is it something like -10 at the moment there? Which part of Canada are you with us from at the moment? Is it Quebec? Is it Ontario? Whereabouts are you from? Let us know. And where's your sister living in the UK? I'm quite nosy. We're quite nosy here. We're a therapy business. That's what we are, into hypnosis, relaxation, mindfulness meditation, and health and well-being. Some people call it personal training. And obviously we started off as kickboxers. I'm a kickboxer, a Thai boxer, and now train my special, very special, precious daughter in the sport too, who's doing really, really well. And that's where we started off with personal training. And now we spread into personal training, physical and mental well-being. And so what better way to evolve our show into a chat show where we encourage people to live in the here and now, to don't worry about the past, don't worry about what's going to happen in the future, but as with all things in a mindfulness way, just concentrate on the here and now. And with us engaging you in the here and now, then you're beginning to be more mindful, be more relaxed, hopefully. And some people say to us, what's hypnosis all about? What does it feel like? And I say to them, the best way I can describe hypnosis is, have you ever driven on a very, very familiar journey in your car, only to get to your destination and think to yourself, just for a moment, wow, I can't remember going past this, that or the other. I can't remember actually getting here, but I must have done, and I did it safely. Now that's the power of the mind. That's the power of hypnosis and your subconscious mind. And it's very similar to that, because you know that in any time that you needed to be safe, your conscious mind would have jumped in there. But it was your subconscious mind that was driving you there. You were so relaxed, so preoccupied, off in Moo Moo Land, off with the fairies, call it what you want. But you were almost mesmerised by the sound of the car, the monotony, the drive, and you almost tripped out. And you got to your place where you were supposed to be. And how many times have you done that? I know I did it thousands of times and still do. And it's then when you realise the power of the mind, that your subconscious mind, your non-analytical side of your brain or your mind, that is so powerful. And we need to, the reason I mention that is at Elysium Sophia, we try and give our subconscious mind the conditions in which to grow and to make the subtle changes. So if you're suffering from stress or anxiety or low self-esteem or some kind of phobia, hypnosis for us is the way forward. And a lot of our sessions are now on Zoom, but obviously I can't do Zoom sessions. I'm good but not that good on hypnosis. It's working with clients very, very closely. Penny's going bonkers again. Penny,
Right,
somebody else
so
has arrived. Is
I'd
it the
like
Queen?
to say-
Elizabeth herself?
Right, I'd just like to say, you know, if you're driving as well,
Yeah,
and a car came in front of you, you
Yeah.
would stop.
you would.
Because even though you're not focusing, you would stop. So, Vegan Realist.
Vegan
says,
Realist.
Hi,
Hi, how are you, Vegan Realist?
Thank you so much for joining us. We've also got Nab88 who says, hey.
Nab here
So,
again.
thank you,
Hi.
Vegan Realist, for
How are you?
joining
Nice
us,
that you've
and
joined
thank
us.
you, Nab,
Did you
for
put the bell
joining us.
on? You must have put the bell on and thought, ooh, that's that ball
Vegan
guy again doing his
Realist,
business.
Thank you so
Christmas
much
ball,
for
Vic.
sharing us. Ve-
Christmas egghead.
Vegan Realist, thank you so much for sharing our
Yeah,
live.
thank you for joining our live.
What are you doing today?
Have you been shopping? Are the shops open in York?
Also, yeah, so if you were driving and like you thought, oh, I'm here, I've gone past this, and this, but if a person walked in front of your car, or a biker,
Yeah,
or an
a biker.
animal,
A
or
camel?
an
An
animal,
animal.
or
Could be a camel.
another car, or anything, you would stop.
You would.
Even if you weren't concentrating on the road, because your brain would think,
Unless you deliberately wanted to kill someone.
well, yeah.
And then subconsciously and consciously wanted to do that act, which is another story. But hey,
We've
you
also
were.
got, I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name, it's NHATO,
Ooh.
NATO or
Oh.
NATO.
You're welcome.
The Explorer who says hello.
Dora the Explorer.
So, thank you NATO so much for
You're
joining
welcome.
us.
Welcome to our home,
Please
Elysium
don't
Sophia.
forget to give the live stream a thumbs up.
Tamsa.
I've given you a blue jacket. Please
Yeah.
remember to connect to me from the chat. And where are you from, NATO the Explorer?
Yeah,
I'm
where else
sorry
are you
if I
from?
pronounce your name wrong as well. I'm not trying to pronounce it wrong, but that's NATO.
It's a clever little
the
panda, but
Explorer.
sometimes the language difficulty can be in translation from one language to pandarese. It's it does get a bit fraught, doesn't it? So how are you today? And what have you been up to today? And somebody else has arrived.
NATO said like and share done. So
Like
thank
and
you
share
for
done.
sharing.
Thank you.
Where are you from, NATO?
Yeah,
Which
where are you
part
from?
of the world? And the only reason I'm saying that is because we have people from all over the world.
We do.
Mainly from the Philippines,
We
from
do.
America, from Cyprus, from Dubai, from Taiwan, from here in the UK, from everywhere.
From everywhere.
So where are you from?
Yeah, when we first started our channel, we were inundated by our Philippine friends, which I presume was the Thai boxing and the spiritualism and the meditation, but we were so honoured to have those people, and they're still with us now, and we would love to have you with us. Penny?
Nab, yes.
Nab.
Yes, we will watch your video.
Good.
After the live stream, we watch your video, all of your videos.
That would be lovely, thank you. That would be really, really helpful for us. And hopefully you can use some of the sessions to relax, to wind down, to help you. I mean, we do more motivation through our live sessions like this to help you. But basically, our channel's evolving into a chat show where we welcome people in, and in a mindful way we chat and we engage in the here and now and have a bit of fun on the way. And also, betwixt now and Christmas, as we said, just 12 more sleeps till Christmas, till the big fat guy comes bounding down the chimney, burning his bottom on the way. I don't know what he does, but he's never lets us down, comes down that chimney every year, and my word, we do need that guy this year, because obviously we shouldn't forget the true meaning of Christmas, mate. But obviously, Christmas is so poignant this year. Because what a year we've had. Now, obviously, being a mindfulness channel, we don't dwell on the past year, but we do reflect on it and say we have to learn from it. And if anything, I think it's taught us to be more self-aware. Mental health of all our nations has suffered because of lockdowns and the fear of the unknown, because that's what it's been, this dreaded and ridiculous virus that's been around. The hidden killer. Not good, but it's on its way out now, and we have to move forward, and that's what we intend to do, and that's what we're doing, moving forward into the new year with us at Elysium Sophia. Penny.
So NATO says hello, sir.
Hello again, how are you? And let's just backtrack a little bit, because obviously if you're joining us, what's your favourite Christmas film? Favourite Christmas film of all time? And maybe a Christmas song? Dashing through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way, ha ha ha, till dum bobtail ring, making spirits rise. Oh, what fun it is to write a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, Penny's shouting at me again.
So we've got Yum Yum.
Yum Yum.
Hey Rice.
Hey,
Yum
like
Yum,
a bit of Yum Yum.
Hey Rice says, hi host, how
Hi.
are you?
We're fine, thank you. How are
Thank
you?
you so much for joining us. I've given you a blue jacket, and
Thank
now
you.
said Muppets Christmas Carol.
Muppets Christmas Carol. What a classic. Just love that film.
And
We
also,
love it.
Yum Yum, thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
And where are
Christmas
you
Carol.
from?
Yeah. So and also we were just talking now about our favourite Christmas song, A Christmas Carol, Muppets Christmas Carol, of course, the great Scrooge and the great what doing, Mr. Scrooge? How are you? What a great film that is. And we were chatting the other day, because without getting into the nitty gritty, we were saying, because we were watching Scrooge, and then I happened to show my daughter Zulu. We were watching it, and she said, I recognise that guy's voice. And I said, look, my wonderful little panda, do you recognise the guy? And there he is, Mr. Scrooge himself, the great Michael Caine. It was, looking at me gone out again.
Oh, yeah.
The panda doesn't believe a word I say lately. She's not
No.
Mr. Scrooge. He doesn't even look like him. And I said, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's the nicest thing that anyone's ever done for me. But obviously, that was a different version of Scrooge. That was the musical version. But it was nevertheless Mr. Scrooge, that's in Christmas Carol, played by the great Michael Caine, who's played in so many things. And of course, the pictures you can see over there, and one of our favourite films is Now You See Me. And of course, Michael Caine was in that as well. The Magicians, and obviously Our Love of Hypnosis. Then obviously that film was high on our list. The panda's waving again at me.
Just to let you know, so Vegan Realist shared our live.
Thank you, Vegan
And
Realist.
Live now.
Alive now. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, saying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Don't know that one, my little panda, do you?
And then NATO the Explorer says, said come and join.
Come and join. Thank you. That's really
So
kind of you.
Thank you so much.
Really kind of you. Thank you. And yeah, join us and get a bit more festive because it's starting to look a lot like Christmas everywhere we go. And it is starting to look a lot like Christmas, especially at the shops. The shops are all starting to get more busy. People breathing COVID all over each other. So I suppose it is Christmas. This time of year, we've nearly done our Christmas shopping, but this year, it's bonkers. Penny.
So we've got Marilu Aguilo, who says Tamsack.
Oh, Tamsack.
So
Thank you for the
so
Tamsack.
much, Marilu, for the Tamsack. Welcome to our live stream. I've given you a blue jacket. Thank you so much for joining
Yeah,
me.
thank you.
And I presume you're from the Philippines.
From the Philippines, maybe, maybe not, but it's we're bringing a bit of festivity your way as well on listening here because I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. We know that Santa's on his way, and we'll have lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child has got a spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas, and a very early Merry Christmas, because this is the best part of Christmas. The build-up towards Christmas as we start to make our descent, I suppose, towards Christmas. And this year, as we said, really, really important that this year we learn from the year that's been a very challenging year for us all.
Yeah.
But now, with the vaccine on the horizon and the new year very, very much before us, this time last year we were just starting to hear about COVID just starting to appear in Asia. And none of us expected the aftermath, the horrendous year that we've had with it this year. And this year is going to be one of those years when we really are waiting to see the end of this year and the new beginnings for the new year. Penny.
Vegan said he went to Nab's premiere and Nab said he didn't see him. And then he said he went to Aldi earlier.
Went to it all day.
Yeah.
Oh my word! Yeah, another. I can imagine. Was it busy? Was it busy in Aldi? Because I know it was. We went to M&S. We went to Marks and Spencers today, and it was heaving in Marks and Spencers. It was heaving, and we also went
busy,
to.
I got lost.
You did. You got lost, didn't you, my little panda? Yes. While she was wandering off, I'm floating in the air, and somebody fetched her back. Down to earth in the balloon. They said, "Come back, you little panda." There she was, floating in the midnight air.
I started
dancing
walking.
as we go.
Right.
Sorry. Go
And
on.
I started walking to go and get something.
Yes, she did.
And as I was walking, I just got lost.
Yes.
And then because there was that many people.
Yeah,
and
she
then
fell
I was
into a
trying
freezer.
I was trying to social distance. Vegan really said, yes, I got the chocolate cream bar.
Ooh.
And Nab's like, good luck.
Yum yum. Chocolate cream bar.
And I was just walking in the shop, and then I was trying to social distance with people, trying not to get too close to people.
Yes.
And then I was,
She was.
concentrating on that, and it just.
Yeah, banging into people.
No, I wasn't.
She wasn't.
I
They
was
were
trying to
banging into her.
keep this. Nab said I need to go soon.
Need to go, so that's fine. Bob in and out as you want, as you will. It's great to see you. Come and tell your friends and join us just on this early festival. Oops, the gloves are off, literally. Talking about the gloves are off. Did you see AJ last night?
He needs to go to Aldi soon.
Aldi too?
Not from here, though.
Not from here. No, this is not Aldi. This is our living room. Not Aldi at all. Queues around the block saying, "Can I have some bread or something?" No. We're used as quite many things, but never described as Aldi before. But, anyway, speaking of Aldi and speaking of AJ last night, we stayed up late last night to watch the fight that was AJ against Pulev. Obviously, being big boxing fans, it was a great fight. Oh, there's some great undercard fights as well, but obviously the pick of the draw was the fight between AJ and Pulev. And Pulev, to be honest, my word, talk about resilience. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Yeah, never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. My word, the guy was up and down like a yo-yo, Zebedee style E. Every time he knocked him down, he went boom, back up again, boom, up and down, up and down, up and down. His legs like Bambi on ice. Hey, it was amazing. But yeah, in the end, AJ came through. But I think AJ recognised, and I think there was I'm not quite sure. I want to see the post-fight press conference. I've not seen that yet because a few words were exchanged afterwards, and I can't quite, because we were getting quite sleepy then, the panda was ready for bed, but we were watching it and a few words were said between AJ and Pulev. Now I presumed originally that they were quite supportive words, but afterwards I'm not quite sure what was said, because obviously I thought there'd be quite a lot of respect from AJ towards Pulev. Even though he obviously beaten him, but Pulev did put up a great fight. Now I don't quite know what was said afterwards, and of course it set up this great fight for AJ and the Gypsy King. Can't wait for that one. I think the whole of the boxing world ready for that one. Penny.
Nab said I'm staying for now.
Staying for now, great. Yeah, join us and join with the conversation. Did you watch the fight last night, AJ and Pulev? And like us, are you looking forward to the AJ Gypsy King fight? It should get that on the Hearn crew getting it on with Frank Warren, and let's hope that happens ASAP. But with a massive crowd this time, because he deserves it. And where would it take place? London, Manchester. Panda's putting her head out again.
NATO said, "Where are you from, sir?"
We're from the UK.
Yeah.
We're from the United Kingdom, and obviously that's what I was saying about the AJ fight. It's going to be quite interesting because would it take place in London, or would it take place up at, I think AJ might want to take it down south, but at the same time the O2 Arena maybe, but I think
if it goes ahead,
it will go ahead. I'm sure it'll go ahead, but oops, there we go. Not a sleigh at all. It's a car going past, or a silly motorbike, I think, going about 200 miles an hour. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I'm sure the Gypsy King will want this one to take place, if he can, at Old Trafford. Because that's what he wanted the last one. And obviously that fight is something we're all going to be looking for.
He hasn't challenged it though.
He's not challenged it, who?
Tyson Fury.
What challenged it? What do you mean he's not challenged it, Madam
No.
Panda? He was in bed watching the fight. He's too early. He got up this morning. I challenge you to a duel, AJ.
No.
Come here.
What I mean is, originally he was saying he'd fight whoever won that fight.
Yeah.
But
And AJ won it.
but it wasn't actually agreed.
No.
And then last night, AJ said, "Oh well, it's what the fans want." and
AJ
it's
said
not
last
me."
night, didn't he? It's what the fans want,
Yeah.
and he wants to fight whoever
Well,
has the belt.
What if he doesn't want to fight?
Well, I'm sure. I don't think Tyson Fury, knowing Tyson as the way we know him,
Yeah.
will walk away from that. I think
And
he'll
then he
relish
said,
that opportunity.
It's not about the person; it's about
who's got the belt.
Yeah.
And obviously, AJ will want to fight
Yeah.
because he's the linear champion, and obviously both fighters out with something to prove, because I think they're the only two left. Because that's what's been like a volcano, waiting to erupt for such a long time, and avoided each other for such a long time. I don't think out of choice. I think it's just the way that it's fallen. But now, surely the two will get it on. Really looking forward to it. But as I say, I don't know whether it be in Manchester, whether it be in London at the O2 Arena, not quite sure. Maybe neutral ground. I don't know. But our old friends that usually join us, Culver Fan, Fem Fan, Creepy, I'm a creep, I'm a weirdo. That's nothing personal, by the way, if you're just joining us. That's his channel, Creepy. She usually joins us. I don't know what you do, my darling. It's Panda. It's Sophia. No, that's a reference, isn't it, to I don't know what my name is,
Katie.
which is Katie. The IMAS.
Unicorn Hulk or Sinead?
Sorry?
Unicorn Hulk.
Unicorn Hulk.
Or Sinead.
From our Hello from the Other Side.
Eliza.
Yeah, but it's Sunday afternoon, so maybe everybody's shopping or stuck in traffic.
Oh my.
Maybe they are. Oh my word,
Oh
what's
my
happening
gosh,
there?
I'm
Oh
gonna-
dear. It's starting to look a lot like madness. You've got cramp. Oh wow.
You've got to be kidding me.
The panda has
No.
cramp.
No. Creepy said, well, look who it is.
Oh my word.
my
You see,
God,
it's the
that's
power of the
crazy.
mind. It's the power of hypnosis.
That
it really
did not
is.
just happen.
It did. It's happened
That
now
did
with the
not.
IMAS the other day, happened with Katie, and now it's happened with Creepy.
That
So
did not.
I was just explaining to everybody, Creepy, that you are a creep, you're a weirdo,
Oh, I
and
need
then
to
just
tell
telling
you
people that you weren't
something.
really well.
I need
They
to
can
tell
check
you
your channel out
something,
yourself and
Creepy.
find out that,
I
can't
need
they?
to tell you something.
Go on then, my little
So,
panda
the other-
friend.
Well, yesterday it was
Ooh.
actually. So
Excited, isn't she?
Yeah.
The bamboo shoots have arrived.
Basically, yesterday night after the live,
Mm.
I went onto your channel and I started watching your videos.
Yes, she did.
And I was watching like loads of your videos.
She was.
People said, "Why? What happened, lol?"
Why, what
Basically, I
She's
said,
telling you now.
I said, Creepies might come to the live,
She did.
and then you came.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's
sweetie,
what. Yes,
I was sat down.
yes. Levitating.
And I was just watching all your
Hello, the band.
videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're really good, some of them. I watched.
Yeah, we watched quite a few of them last night.
watched
They're
about-
very good. We
yeah.
like them.
They are really good. And I was also watching someone else's channel. I think it was Nab, I'm not sure.
Hmm.
But yeah, we were watching your videos last night and they were really good.
And we were chatting because originally we started off when we started doing our broadcast today live. We said our friends that usually join us, and yesterday we were chatting about favourite film. We were talking about favourite Christmas film, and we had another suggestion just now of Muppets Christmas Carol. So we were just talking about that earlier, and the panda keeps pointing at me.
Creep said, "Wow, appreciate that, guys. Really, thank you."
No, you're welcome. It's good. It's good. You know, it is what it is, and your channel's great, and we like your videos because again, we feel a connection there, because clearly it's all about the supernatural. It's all about the things that go bump in the night, as it were. Just a bit, out of the ordinary. And like as with us, with hypnosis. We're into the paranormal, and we're into that type of thing. So it's a pleasure for us to watch videos that are so well made, and obviously the thought that's gone into it, because there's so many things that we don't understand out there. There's so many things that are not so straightforward, and that's where we've come to things. That's where we've come to that's why I personally enjoy hypnosis, and the idea of regression is an amazing topic that I could talk about all day. Regressing clients. Penny waving at me again.
Creepy said, "We started our little business about subscribers, views, and likes." What I said yesterday. Haha.
Yeah.
When they said they were going to with subscribers.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Brilliant.
Nab said, "He's like a younger, more hip version of my step-granddad I call Uncle Brian."
Yeah.
And Creepy said, "We have our own Facebook page for it. Creepy. No, not Joe. Haha. Yeah. They called you Joe. That's why.
Oh, I see. Joe. Called me Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Joe. They do. I think it's an American thing, isn't it? They call people Joe and things like that. I don't know. It's so many different words and variations for mate, Joe, friend, buddy, pal, flower. Some really strange ones. We have some really strange ones over here. Duck. I hate that one.
Oh.
Duck, pal, friend, chum, buddy, lovey, love, pal, friend, mate, duck. Hate that one. How are you going on, Duck? Quite well, thank you. Oh, not such an ugly duckling,
Wait.
with feathers all tubby and brown, and in every place they said to his face now, the best in town. Oh, the best, the best, the best in town. The great late Danny Kaye.
Creepy said everyone gets called Joe, who is a foreigner in the Philippines over here. They
Is
think
it?
everyone is an American.
Oh yeah, Joe, isn't
if
it?
you, if someone, like if you went into a shop, they most likely they're going to say, "You're right, Doug," or something.
Over here.
Wait, Creepy said it's like all you hear is, "Look, it's an American." No, I'm a beep British.
Yeah, I can imagine. You can really get. I'd really get annoyed if that.
But
that was
if
the
you went
situation.
into a shop,
Yeah.
they're going to say, "All right, Duck."
All right, Doug. All right, love. How are you?
Hi, Duck.
It depends which shop you're going to, though, doesn't it? If you went into Selfridges, then they wouldn't do that. But if you went to your local grocery store, our corner shop, yeah, the guy's a bit strange, a bit deranged. But he just looks at us and doesn't quite understand why we're going. If we didn't have to, we wouldn't go in. But we don't go in. We go elsewhere because we don't care for him much. It's a bit strange.
Creepy said,
He says, well, you have to finish the conversations, my darling panda.
"I use Duck, but I'm half Sutton in Ashfield, though, near Mansfield."
You did what, sorry? That came out as a mouthful of pudding, my darling.
Right.
I have told you, Panda, before, when you're speaking to the nice people, you have to open your mouth and words come out.
Right. "I use Duck, but I'm half Sutton in..."
Sorry, I'm very sorry. You can't get the workforce again now, can you? You have to wear the pandas. I now feel for Father Christmas with the elves.
"I use Duck, but I'm half Sutton in Ashfield, though, near Mansfield."
Mansfield, well, that's it then, isn't it?
Sorry about that.
Yeah, duck flower. Kid.
Kid.
Some strange,
Oh.
I know. There's some strange ones, yeah.
Right.
Hiya, duck. Hiya, kid. Hiya, pal. Hiya, friend,
Love.
mate. Fella.
Love.
Fella. Love.
Right.
Hiya, love. How you doing? Ooh. And don't get me started on different things, variations on... we have a thing over here about fish cakes. Variation on the word fish cake. I don't know where that's come from, my beautiful panda. The panda's pulling her hair out. Well, literally, that's what I did
No,
years ago.
I'm not.
I have nothing left. Yeah, fish cakes. Some people call them fish cakes. Some people call them rissoles. Some people call them... and that's a really big debate over here. It doesn't sound it, but you'll know if you're near the Mansfield border.
Yeah.
And it's a really big thing over here. Butties, sandwiches, sarnies, bread cakes, balms, butties, buns. That's another one that gets you going, isn't it? Do you want it on a bun, that one? No, because to me a bun is something sweet with cherry on the top.
Nab said it's just a fish cake.
A fish cake.
Yeah.
I know, but it's not though, man. It's not. You go into somewhere and you ask for a fish cake and you'll get a potato, a slice of potato, a slice of fish, and a slice of potato. Sometimes you're going for a fish cake and you get what we call a rissole. And a rissole to us is mashed up potato and fish all together in breadcrumbs. But no, you go somewhere and you say, like, "Can I have a fish cake, please?" Expecting this wonderful bit
Yeah,
of...
but it's like if you ask for like...
Be careful, Panda.
No, like if you ask for like different things.
Yeah, you get
Like-
different things in different parts of the country.
Yeah, so like if you ask for...
A fish cake,
a fish
you might get a
cake.
rissole.
Yeah.
Or if you ask for a
Yeah, but
rissole,
it's
you
not
might
the
get a
same
fish cake.
thing.
No, it's not the same thing. I've just tried to explain, my darling.
Oh,
A rissole
I was
is
just reading
mashed up
about it.
fish and potato in like a... it's kind of like baby food. It tastes really nice. And then we have breadcrumbs over the top. But a fish cake, as far as we're concerned, a fish cake is a battered slice of potato and then a slice of fish and then a slice of potato on the top. Almost like what you call a scallop, again, but with fish in the middle. That's what we traditionally know as a scallop. Yeah. Not a trollop, my dear, a scallop. And that's what we traditionally call a fish cake. But oh my word, if you go all over the place and you ask for a fish cake, you get all sorts of bobbins. But yeah, the word fish cake, balm, that's another one. What's another one that we went into somewhere the other day? Oh, how they call things, different things.
No, but I was in like for like a baguette. So
A
like
baguette, yeah. A baguette, you're okay. A roll. If you ask for a roll, then you expect some kind of gymnastic experience. But no, a roll and a baguette. You see, a baguette is a baguette.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
baguette is
Like a French,
a French baguette, French
bread.
stick.
A French, yeah.
A small French stick, a baguette, or
Yeah.
a large baguette. And you know where you stand with baguettes, don't you? But hey, ooh, you'll like this one, creepy. And now, I'll not even get into it, but we were, about Brexit, another topic that's close to my heart, because that's why we didn't care too much about and plan for COVID in the first place, because we were all talking about Brexit over here in the UK. Now, we were for staying in Europe. We weren't for Brexit, and we voted to stay in Europe. But of course, some numpties over here decided that that's what they wanted, to come out of Europe. We like Europe, and we like being part of Europe because of our second home in Cyprus, all things European, and we think we can only enhance what we do. But I get that's what they wanted, and we came out of Europe, but oh my word. Oh, I just thought about it then with the fishing industry.
So Creepy
carry
said sausage, bacon and egg bat. Oh god, mouth watering.
Oh, bap, sausage, bacon
There's
and
another one,
egg,
bap.
bap. You see, bap,
Yeah.
bread cake, sandwich, bap.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're talking about just, you mentioned fish. The fishing thing has all gone bonkers now over here. It really has, because clearly the fishing rights, because old Bojo is trying to sort out things, and bless him, he's got enough on his plate with sorting out COVID, but now he's had to sort out, go back to the table again, and I don't think the French like us anymore. But I don't know why, because we didn't vote to come out, the UK did, but we personally didn't. I don't know.
Jack said same.
Jack?
Yeah.
Which Jack?
Jack Fluid.
Jack Flewitt's here. Hi Jack, how are
Jack,
you?
it doesn't matter, it's fine.
It's fine. We were talking about fish cakes.
Yeah,
We were talking about
cream
the variation on words. On
I just said creep.
creep. Creepy.
Right,
Creepy Jack.
Creepy said,
She just called you a creep there, Jack.
No.
She did. She
No,
just called
I
you a
didn't.
creep.
No, I didn't. Creepy said bat. Hang on.
Bap, go on.
Bat
Read it carefully,
on
my partner.
bread roll. It's all the same, lol.
It's all the same. I
And
know.
Creepy said the French have never liked us.
I know.
we are protecting
All the way back to
them.
Agincourt.
And Jack said, I know. So.
I know. Well, yeah, but I mean, the fishing rights at the moment, it can only escalate, can't it?
Creepy said, I'm used to it, lol. I'm sorry I called you that. I didn't mean to. I just, it's because I get all the names mixed up and it's just... Nab said, lol. Look, they're all laughing at me now. Just one little mistake.
That was so funny, that. Yeah.
No,
But
it
yeah, she's just. I heard her. She called you a creep.
No, I
She
didn't
did, Jack.
call you
She
a
called you a
Jack.
creep.
No, I did not.
But anyway, we were talking about how things are called different things in different places, and that set off a conversation. We were talking about Brexit. And if you're from the UK, were you for Brexit or against? I'll openly say that myself and Sophia, because we have our second home in Cyprus, we love getting out
And we
there.
are hoping to get out there as soon as
ASAP. ASAP, yeah. Aesop was the guy with the fables, wasn't it? That was Aesop, the one that wrote The Hare and the Tortoise. Slowly, steadily, I move at my own pace. They call me Flash, though I must dash. Who wants to run a race? The tortoise, Hare and the
Jack
Tortoise.
said he knows that I didn't call him a creep.
I know,
See,
don't
exactly.
worry, just merely jesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, COVID took over the Brexit talks. But Brexit, were you Brexiteers or not? We wanted to stay in Europe because we love Europe.
Right? You know when it was all about when this was all going on,
Mm-hmm.
and then it went on to COVID.
Yeah.
Everyone just forgot
About
it
Brexit,
all.
didn't they?
And it was kind of like because that was everything on the news.
Yeah, it was
everywhere.
everything, wasn't it,
It was
Brexit?
all about.
We were
Brexit,
starting to get into
Brexit.
really nearly to
No,
fights about
well,
Brexit at one point,
it
weren't we?
was like everywhere. Brexit. Brexit.
Do you remember?
And then COVID.
COVID
came.
took over.
Creepy said I wanted to leave. I thought you meant now. I was
Not
like,
leave. No, you're all right. You want to say no? That's fine. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. But we
Well-
just like obviously the European thing. We
Yeah.
because we spend a lot of time in Cyprus. It's so easy for us to be part of the EU, whatever. But do you remember years ago? The panda's hurt her arm again. Okay. Remember, it just made me smile about these songs. Let's go on a continental holiday. In Moscow they're red and in Paris they're gay. The Dutch are too much and in Spain they're a pain. The Swedes are all weeds and Italians insane. I remember that song. a long, long time ago. Not true, obviously, because we like the Swedes. They're not weeds at all. You start telling her some of these Swedes. No, and in Paris, they're not all gay. Look, it was just a comment. I wasn't actually saying that.
No.
Oh my word, how are you getting into problems by saying that?
Nab said it's all a distraction.
It is a distraction.
Can I just say as well, for example, you've just said that.
Yes.
Right?
About what?
And if you're just joking.
I just said that. I said the little song.
And for example, if someone said that out loud, that would become amazing.
Oh my word, it would be amazing, wouldn't it? If Bojo sat there and went, "Let's go on a continental holiday," then he would never see the end of it, would
It'd just be all over the internet.
It would.
Creepy said, I like Europe just to stop the illegal immigration and start fighting for what and land again.
Yeah. You see, you'll see from it in a different way anyway, from the armed forces.
I don't know what Jack just said.
What did he say? Spell it out for me.
No, he said gay meant happy.
Gay meant happy, that's right, yeah. It still does, doesn't it?
And then Nav said MSM isn't healthy.
Healthy? What did?
MSM isn't healthy.
MSM, is it? I don't know, I've lost it there. But anyway, we digress a little bit. But we're just talking about Europe and the final countdown. Whoa there, let's see. No, we weren't, but we're talking about Bojo and Europe.
Jack said, imagine Norris and Trump, means Boris, yes. Imagine Boris and Trump sang that song.
Oh my word. Can you imagine together singing that song?
Just
together,
yes.
We're going to sing a song. Let's go on a continental holiday. And I like it. I'm going to sing it for you now.
No, them both together singing on the
stage. Then Bojo said, 1, 2, 3, let's go on a continental holiday. What in Moscow they're red, and in Paris they're gay. The Dutch are too much, and in Spain they're a pain. The Swedes are all weeds, and Italians insane. But if you think about that, so it's such a... When you reflect on it now, it's like, remember, we're not advocating any of that, but we're just saying...
mainstream media.
Mainstream media? Oh, right, what about it? What about mainstream media?
When they said it isn't healthy.
Oh, yes, just a little bit.
Creepy said hi... I've just said it all wrong again.
You have?
Vegan Really said hi, Creepy.
You
see, how did I get those two mixed
I don't know.
And then Jack said hi, Vegan Realist.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's the nicest thing that anyone's ever done for me. We were singing that earlier again, Jack. You liked that, didn't you, Jack? It was from Scrooge, because we're asking people again about their favourite films, and somebody said hallelujah. They said their favourite film was what was that?
No.
They said that their favourite film was Scrooge, The Muppets Christmas Carol. The panda wants to speak again.
Creepy said, I just look at it a logical point of view.
Get the words out, my darling.
No matter what we did, if we stayed there, it'd be bad points, and then we left there, it'd be bad points. But the immigration side of things would be better.
The immigration would be better if we stay on our own. I mean, I can see it from... all I know is that I particularly think now, I think it was... Who was the guy the other day? Somebody said, one of the politicians said, and I totally agree, because I've said this from the start, if people knew the truth from the start, which is never going to happen, but if people realised what Brexit was actually going to entail, it was Mog, wasn't it? Or was it Hog? I can't remember. But anyway, he said, if we knew exactly what it entailed, then the people who thought they wanted to come out wouldn't have wanted to come out. I don't know. People like yourself that understand, then you're well informed. But a lot of people just weren't well informed and just went with the run of things.
Jack said he's got to go, but he loves our streams.
Ah, brilliant. Well, I think Sophia will see you probably tomorrow, Jack.
Yeah.
You take care, stay safe, and thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's the nicest thing that anyone's ever done for me. Thank you.
And
take care.
Said, yes, as it will be our yes, as it will be our rules and not Europe's rules, but that's my own opinion.
Yeah, and I get it, and I think I think so many people though just bought into the. Some people buy into hearsay. And they buy in. I mean, this is a personal thing about... remind me about Bendy Bananas, my darling.
I know.
Just say Bendy Bananas.
Creepy said, and to be honest, from what I've seen on bits of the news over here, Boris Johnson, I have to admit, I didn't think he would be a good choice for PM, but it seems like he's doing a good and semi-decent job.
Too right. Yeah, we're big fans of Bojo, and I think he's such a difficult job, and everybody thinks of him as this blithering baboon, or buffoon, whatever you want to say, but he's done a good job, and I'm so pleased that he's there, and I think a lot of lesser men as such, or women, would have gone under, and good on you, Bojo, he's done a good job. So good on you, Boris.
Creepy said something England past PMs have messed up over plenty of years.
Is on, sorry?
Something England past PMs have messed up over
Yes,
plenty of years.
they've
You
not had a
said
priority.
Bananas.
Bananas, yeah, they have. I was just saying that I think a lot of it's hearsay. And just to prove my point of what I was saying, I remember, now you'll have to forgive me here because I go into quite local dialect, but I remember a story a long, long time ago, and it was somebody said something to somebody who then added to it and just messed it all up. And they said years and years ago, and we're talking 20 years ago, I don't see why we have to listen to Europe. I know a friend of mine that said that we had to throw away 250,000 bananas because they weren't bent enough. And they said that went round then, and it went on and on and on, and it turned into, I think it was somewhere where somebody threw away a banana, and that turned into this company threw away 30 bananas, then it turned into thousands of bananas, and then it turned into hundreds of thousands of bananas were measured and they weren't curved enough, so Europe threw them all away and we can't sell them anymore. And that's just rubbish.
Creepy said, well, he is.
Pardon?
Well, he is, and to say all the crap the PMs have done in the government, Boris is doing an amazing
He's
job.
doing a great job, Bojo.
We've got Marigold.
Marigold!
Who says, hello everyone, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. You just
Thank
joined us
you,
late
Marigold.
yesterday, didn't you? And how are you, Marigold?
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
Creepy said people always say he is another crap PM, but they don't look at the bigger picture.
They don't.
He has to try and sort out the rubbish, 30 years of crap PMs.
Yeah.
Vegan Miller said hello Marigold. Creepy said hello Marigold. Marigold said hello Vegan Miller, how are you?
Marigold, we're just talking about the politics. We've been talking about quite a few things, but at the moment we're talking about we actually like Bojo, otherwise known as AKA Boris Johnson in the UK as Prime Minister, because we were chatting about about Brexit and what we feel about it in the UK, and we welcome comments from our friends abroad. Penny.
Marigold said, I'm pretty good, sir, love you all.
Good. We love you too.
You
Thank
so
you for
much,
joining us. And we will sing you a Christmas song again in a minute. But we're just in the middle of just talking about Brexit. And the reason we got on to Brexit was because we were saying that had people have been more informed about Brexit, because we wanted to stay in Europe, and we'll openly say that we have our second home in Cyprus and we love it there, and for us it makes sense to stay in Europe for so many reasons. Creepy was saying that he would have voted to, by the sound of things, to have been on our own and come out, and that's fine. And Creepy's informed enough, being an ex-service person, to understand the importance of having our own army, having our own defence mechanism, etc., which I understand that and accept that. And it's nice to open the debate. And people are saying how bad Bojo is. Personally, we all like Bojo, which is nice. The Bojo fan club, we're all together. Penny.
Creepy said, let me ask everyone here, as you're all civilians, where the Iraq war kicked off in 2001, did anyone believe that that Saddam had weapons of mass destruction? And Marigold said, creepy, hello sir, I watched your latest video, funny, the latest version of Christmas song, lol. Creep said, ha, isn't it great?
Well, I bow to your comments on this one, Creepy, because I don't know enough to comment. Originally, all the information was that there were so many weapons of mass destruction. I didn't see the evidence that said that he'd got the evidence of mass destruction, but he was bonkers enough, if he had, to use them. So I can see it from both ways, but I can also see that Saddam, as far as I understand, although was wrong at so many levels, controlled his people in a way that no other person could control, because I don't know enough, but I know enough about the Shia Muslims, the Shiite Muslims, the Sunni Muslims, a melting pot. And I know that it needed somebody very strong to try and lead these people. So I have to say I don't know enough about it. I'd like to... You tell us. You were there. Did you find evidence personally of weapons of mass destruction? Because I know that the UN that went in there didn't see any evidence there. But was the bigger picture not just about that? I really, really would value your comments on this to start us off on that one.
Creepy said, you know what Blair and the news have said, hence I'm asking.
Yeah.
And Margot said, can leave comment there, can't help it, lol. And Creepy said, thanks mate. So Creepy said, I thought it was a load ball. I know the real reason he went there.
Yeah, the real reason he went there. Was it oil? Was it wealth? What was the real reason we went to invade Iraq? What was it?
Blair and Bush was in it together.
Of course. Yeah, they wanted to annihilate Saddam. Was it oil? Was it wealth? What was it? We all speculate on it. The only people that really know are you guys that were out there. You know what it was like in Afghanistan. You know what it was like in Afghanistan with the Taliban. You know what it was like in Iraq. And if, to be out there on the front line, we can speculate all day. I can see that we didn't see any evidence of mass destruction, but I can also see if you did.
Creepy said, why is Falkland Island so important in the UK?
The Malvinas, again, an interesting point. To win an election by Margaret Thatcher, who was down in the polls. Am I right? She was down in the polls, and this war became a perfect opportunity to wave the flag for Rule Britannia, hundreds of thousands of miles away, for a little island and Port Stanley. I don't know, again, maybe I'm being facetious, but I agree with you.
Creepy said no.
Creepy said no?
No.
What? Didn't see any weapons of mass destruction? Because it's a time lag on this, isn't there? We've just been chatting about the Falkland Islands or the Malvinas, and it's a great, again, to have an input from someone who served and knows all about it. For us, as far as I know it, now I have my own views on Margaret Thatcher, but on that opinion, on that particular comment, I think it was a war that was needed at the time for morale, and a war to go over hundreds of thousands of miles for a government that was starting to lag in the polls. Am I right? I don't know. The panda was just about to tell me, but she's just put a chocolate bar in her mouth. Something in there, so I don't know.
So Creepy said, isn't the oil, Falk Islands, is rich in oil, and Margaret did want to lose an island being the first PM woman.
Yeah.
As that won't go down while losing the mass oil fields.
No, the oil fields out there in the Falklands. Again, though, we were never told about the oil fields. We were told about the sheep. That's all it was. But obviously, as they know, back then, was it Galtieri? And we remember. I remember as a child seeing the Sir Galahad blowing up. I remember seeing the Goose Green incident, and I remember, was it Neil Kinnock that came to power on the back of the conversation about the conversation about our soldiers losing their lives in Goose Green? I don't know. It's just I just remember that comment by about Goose Green.
Creep said it's the same reason for Iraq. It was all over oil. Yeah. Iraq is full of oil, and when the
Iraqis.
Al-Qaeda started burning the oil fields, the fighting was more intense.
Yes.
That's why it's all
about oil.
What it's all about.
Yeah.
And Nav said always about resources.
It's always about resources, exactly. And very soon, something that I was just throwing into the melting pot there. I was thinking the other day, when and if we become less reliant on oil, for example, and we start looking at electric cars, what's going to happen? Will Saudi Arabia still be as influential in the world? Because that is, and will they then? What will happen Because clearly the oil fields that are still over there, from Qatar or there, if we start to have more wind power or more electrical cars, which I want to save the planet, I want to do our bit, but at the end of the day, I love my, I love my our Range Rover, and at the end of the day, then I can see that certain people again are going to be against global warming and always start to be against it. I don't know. Again, what do you think?
Creep said, yes, the British people don't get told the bigger picture.
No.
But the best thing about the military, and this is what the government don't or fail to understand, that we can piece things together on little info for the picture of the finishing product.
Yeah, exactly. And again, you'll know. And is that why does the love between the American GIs, the forces, and Donald Trump, they seem to have had this really good relationship? And is it similar to what you're saying there? Because you are told things that we're not, and then you get to find out things that we're not. Because there's always a hidden agenda. There weren't, as far as I'm concerned, there weren't any weapons of mass destruction there. There wasn't any weapons of mass destruction. We didn't have that evidence. But there was oil. And oil obviously breeds money, and money for wealth. But it's like, isn't it, back in South Africa, where the diamond mines, again, and the money that was in there, and we went out there when it was in our own interest. I hate to not sound patriotic on things like this, but it is true. If it's in our own interest, then we go and do something. So in one way we have that. So in the same vein, we never went and sorted out Mugabe, did we? Because there wasn't anything in it for us. So we let Mugabe go out around mutilating, killing, murdering people. But we stood by and did nothing. Yeah, in South Africa we go into places, in Iraq we go in there, in Iran we go in there, but how come we never went in and sorted out Mr. Mugabe? Because, as I understand it, there was nothing in it for us. But morally, we had a moral obligation to go and sort out that. I don't know. I don't know enough about that, but I know a little bit about it.
Creepy says, because Donald Trump sees the bigger picture. With immigration and the world problems, because he isn't a political figure, he is a businessman.
He is, exactly.
But it's a dig, but it's where he's failed on certain areas and how to stay and tackle things delicately. And Creepy said,
diplomacy is not his middle name, is it?
And Creepy said, it's an easy answer, David.
Oh yeah, exactly. I think you've answered my question for me. Yeah, Mugabe, there's nothing in it for us. There was nothing in it for us to go and sort out Mugabe. Morally, we had a moral obligation to go and sort out Mugabe years and years and years ago, but we stood by. But yet straight away, there's something in it for us in the Falklands or the Malvinas or something in Iraq or somewhere like that. We go straight in, Rule Britannia. But somewhere like Mugabe, we let him do what he wants. End of.
Our government, since they became runners of the country, could never say no.
No. Yeah, just a little bit. Never say no. But it's with... how do you see things changing in America under Joe Biden? Creepy. And again, I do apologise, but it's creepy that we're talking to at the moment because we're having this intellectual debate here. And if you want to join in, please join us. But obviously things will change in America when Mr. Biden comes along. But again, Mr. Biden is backed by Barack Obama and by the Clinton administration. We all know that. We all know that how much power the Clinton administration, and in particular, we all know the power of Hillary Clinton. We all know the power behind that. We all know why Barack Obama got involved in this election, and we also know that I don't know whether Donald Trump will go without a flat fight, but he's a businessman. I don't know.
Creepy said, someone asks for help, we say yes, regardless of hundreds of soldiers killed, and then that country will think their country is heroes. Marigold said, Uncle Creepy is very good at typing.
He is very good at typing. I can't see it from here.
Bad lol, I think he messed up everything that Trump has sorted. We've got the IMAS.
IMAS from Kenya. Hi, you've just joined us at a great time, IMAS.
We've also got Zigzag.
Zigzag. Oh, hi Zigzag, how are you?
And Creep said, he counted dead people as voted. That's why he won. Didn't do that. And Nav said it's all a pantomime of puppets.
It is, yeah, you're right. It's all a game of chess, isn't it?
The Iron Mask for joining us. Thank you, Zigzag. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you today? What are you doing today?
Welcome from Kenya.
Creepy said he counted the dead people as votes, on the election.
He counted their votes?
The dead people as for votes. You know when they got all the votes?
Oh, flipping heck, yeah. We had a discussion the other day. You weren't, I don't think you were in the discussion the other day, which would have been absolutely amazing if you'd have been there. Because you just joined us.
That's how he won. They counted all the dead people
as
voters.
And we were chatting the other day, and we had. I just want to come into this one. We're chatting.
Sorry, Zigzag said, "My pleasure as always."
Oh, thank you. You're welcome. We're having a debate at the moment about governments and about around that. And we were just saying the other day we were having before you joined us, which again it would have been great if you'd have been there. We had a debate when our friends from across the pond joined us, and we had a guy from America that was a big Republican. And we were starting to talk about the election, and he was explaining to us about how he believed that it was a false election, and I asked him to give us an example of that, and he said, well, because obviously I know where it was coming from, as you've just been saying there, but it was really good how he said to us, he said, look, I've casted 2 votes. I went in and casted my vote on a 1-to-1, but then I also had a postal vote. So obviously that vote was cast twice. So if he was doing that twice, how many times did that happen? And you've just said there, Creepy, about the dead votes. So clearly that election wasn't the way it should have been. Do you think Donald Trump should step aside, or do you think he should take it further and to the Supreme Court and see it through? I don't know. What do you think?
Creepy said Biden, he counted all people who have died that year on top of the ones that have voted him because he knew he was losing. No one wanted him and it was all set up.
Yeah.
And Marigold said, Uncle, please sing my favourite Christmas song and I'll go to sleep after, he. And Megan said, hi, Zigzag.
Of course we will. It's getting close to your bedtime, Marigold.
Also, Zigzag, we watched quite a lot of your videos the other day.
We did. Great videos.
Quite a lot of your.
We did, and realised why you're where you are. So well done. It's really good. Just.
Sorry, Creep said no. I think he should take it further. I really do. He's a good president. He should learn how to take things more delicately.
Yeah, I think he should. Diplomacy. I don't think he has a very good relationship with diplomacy, does he? But I think we like Donald Trump again as a politician. For an entertainment value, he's brilliant. He's passionate. He cares about his country. He cares about the USA. He cares about his family. But I do think he's a character, and I do think if he doesn't take it to the Supreme Court and he does just go away, I think I wish he would, because but I don't know whether he can prove it. I don't know.
Zigzag said thank you. I just realised another.
You're welcome.
He said, I know my wife. She lived in America for 13 years and she loves Trump.
Donald Trump, exactly. We do love Donald Trump. The reason I say that was because we did mention the whole conversation started off when I said we admired Donald Trump, and then that's when the conversation came and said, I'm sorry, because we had another person on then that was a Joe Biden fan. And it was it was a great conversation, but we had a Joe Biden fan, a Democrat, and then we had a Republican behind Donald Trump, and they were both talking about the elections. And if you'd have been there, it would have been nice to have had another input from somewhere else. It really was.
Miss Misty.
Yeah.
And FemFan.
Yeah, and it was a very good conversation. It was very good.
Said the people like Donald Trump because he's more relatable, and he isn't a businessman. The others are politicians, so they don't want to relate to what people want. They just do what they want regardless of the votes.
Yeah.
And
I think that will.
Dropped his link.
Right. Well, just to put things on the side for Marigold, because it's going late where you are. You did ask us, so just for you, we got. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. They know that Santa's on his way, and he'll have lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child has got a spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering the simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hopefully that's what you wanted, Marigold, and a happy Christmas to you.
Zigzag was clapping you and he said,
thank you.
Just need to dress him as Santa now, though.
Yeah, that's great, yeah.
You need to get a big...
Just need a big white beard,
and
put a big, starting to look a lot like Christmas everywhere we go. And that's where it is starting to look a lot like Christmas. And we also, just to finish off with that singing part, which fetched us down with Marigold, we said, away in a manger, no crib for a bed, the little Lord Jesus lay down his sweet head. The stars and the bright sky looked down where he lay. The little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay. And we're saying that one for you because that's a nice quiet one, and hopefully that should send you off to the land of Nod, Marigold. So because we know it's late where you are in the Philippines. It's very late. Don't quite know how late it is, but I'd say it's probably starting to be early hours of the morning, maybe now. I don't know, very, very late. So thank you for joining us today. And Creepy, obviously it's late where you are, and Marigold, it's late where you are. So we really appreciate you staying up for our live. And again, join us all the way through till Christmas, and especially for these debates. Creepy, you're so welcome. And it's been great today to open up the idea from your point of view, because obviously from what I know and understand, adding it to what you know and understand, we can get a debate going. And it's really nice and appreciated, as always. Thank you. Penny?
I just went on to Google and asked what time it is, but Creepy's already told us it's 1:47.
1:47? Oh, my
Nab
word.
said mistletoe and wine.
Oh, who said that?
Nab.
Nab says, a child is a king, a carol sing, time for the waning and a new beginning. Christmas time, mistletoe and wine, children singing Christian rhyme, with the logs on the fire and gifts on the tree. Time to rejoice in the good that we see. Yeah, good old Cliff Richard, mate. And mistletoe and wine.
Creepy said conspiracy, David always will.
I know. Tell us about it. It's conspiracy theory, my darling little panda. It's all about its. There's also conspiracy behind it, a reason, non-justification. A conspiracy. It's a plan. A conspiracy is a plan. Like Baldric used to have a cunning plan. Again, talking about that, we were just saying, we were talking about Baldric, and it's really good how, if my daughter, Sophia, ever wants to know anything about the First World War, I always show her Blackadder's version of Blackadder Goes Forth, and I think there's so much to be learned from that. Penny?
Marigold said, I miss my favourite song, I Go and Visit Zigzag Mansion, haha.
Oh, you missed it. Oh, you'll have to put it back again then.
Yeah.
You'll have to put it again because put
You
it back
know
again.
about when we're learning about the war and things?
Yes.
and we're learning about
The First World War.
the First World War, and we are moving on to World War Two now. So we've just finished learning about World War One.
Yeah.
We've seen 2 films and a documentary about World War One.
Yeah.
We have seen My Boy Jack. We have seen
It's All Quiet on the Western Front,
It's
I
All
think you
Quiet
said.
on the Western Front.
Yeah.
And we've seen a documentary, which have all been really good. And we're moving on to World War Two after when we start back.
Yeah, and it was, but it's. I do tend to show Sophia when she's talking about the First World War. We do tend to show, so you get both sides of it, because clearly you get the patriotic side, and or should we say propaganda, whatever you want to call it. But we also get then the real intelligence, which is the how Rowan Atkinson brings it across, and the great writing from Ben Elton there, which is brilliant. Penny.
Creepy said, where there will be crap PMs, there will be more good soldiers, good men and women dying for no cause. Anyone ask a soldier who they will, if they will fight for, they will say family, not the Queen, not the country.
Yeah, exactly. Because family is everything, isn't it? I remember there's a really potent and a poignant, song. Have you ever heard it? By the Jam and by Paul Weller, called "Little Boy Soldiers," and it's really check it out. It's from the album "Private Hell" by the Jam. No, it's not, isn't it? It's from the album "Setting Suns" by the Jam, and it's called "Little Boy Soldiers," and it's Weller. It's rendition. Now, obviously, Paul Weller's not noted for being a patriot in any way, shape, or form, and always quite outspoken about things like you've just been saying. But think of honor, Queen and country. You're a blessed son of the British Empire. God's on our side, and so is Washington. Come out on the hills with the little boy soldiers. Come out on the hills with the little boy soldiers. Come on outside, I'll sing you a lullaby. I'll tell a tale, how goodness prevailed. We rule the world, we killed and wrought the flipping lot. But I don't feel bad, because it's done beneath the flag of democracy. And it's all about what you've just been saying. It really is quite poignant. Penny.
So NATO the Explorer says hello.
Who's that, sorry?
NATO the Explorer.
Hi, how are you?
And Creepy said, sounds awful, but we don't fight for the country anymore because over 50% of the United Kingdom hate the military. It's not like the world wars have, you have 16-year-olds faking their age to fight on the front line.
No, it's different now, isn't it? Yeah, it's a different regime, but we're also from a generation as well, aren't we? And it's quite interesting to hear, because that's contrary to what we believe. It's so refreshing to hear a soldier's point of view that actually doesn't just obey orders, because you sound like a soldier that actually has a real thought process going on there as to why you're there in the first place, and doesn't like to be used as a political pawn. And that's what I feel that most of our armed forces are used now for. Again, once upon a time it was used as peacekeeping, for example. The term peacekeeping in NATO, again, with the little blue hats on. That's again another story, isn't it?
Creepy said, I use my brains, mate, haha, not many people can say the same.
No, touche, and too right. They don't, because you only have to look at what people's personification is or thought on. We were just obeying orders from the Second World War, from the Nazis.
Well,
and that's what people like you clearly don't just obey orders. You actually think.
It's like when you watch these war films and like the ones that I've seen, when you watch them, it's just like a totally different how it's actually portrayed and how it's like
Yeah,
You know,
it's
how you
all.
see-
The word is
yeah.
propaganda, my darling.
Yeah, propaganda.
Propaganda rules the world.
Yeah.
And in the First World War and in the Second World War, propaganda ruled, didn't it? Because propaganda is what it's all
Yeah.
about. And people buy in, and you can put a slant on as a government whatever you want it to sound like. And as a government, you can use propaganda whichever way suits, as we were just saying. And that's what they do.
Creevy said, the turds in an office of parliament saying do this, do that. Now people can say that happens in the government from Churchill, but they will be wrong because Churchill fought in World War One.
Yeah.
How many PMs can say they have fought in a battle and
One, Winston Churchill, I think. I think to answer your question there, or Winnie was the person that you could say did do as I say and do as I do. A guy that from his origins in Blenheim all the way through to even at the end, serving his country in different ways, and like him or loathe him. I think a lot can be said about Winston Churchill. And again, it's the same thing with Boris Johnson, isn't it? We said earlier, affectionately known to us as Bojo, has done a great job as far as we're concerned, and still continues to do a great job at a time where a lot of people, I think, would have fallen. I think Boris Johnson has taken the lead. I think he's made some very, very good decisions, and I think he's made some very, very strong decisions. On that point, the little panda is going to come back on again,
Yes.
because I need to go and get myself a quick refreshment drink.
Exactly.
It's who,
You
sorry?
said exactly.
Exactly, thank you. I'm going to just go and get myself a quick drink, and the panda will join us just for a few moments, and then we need to let these nice people go because it's be-bye time for many of them. So the panda loves to get behind the camera and loves to get in front of the camera. And so Penny's just going to join you for a few moments while I get a refreshment drink.
Creepy said he knows what the troops went through. He knew what the troops were losing and giving up.
Yeah.
These idiots in government don't have a clue. They won't even go out in a war zone and see where they are, sending boys.
No, even Kate Adie
boys,
did that.
men and women.
Even the great Kate Adie went and saw things from first hand, didn't she? From that point of view. But yeah, great sharing comments about that, especially on Iraq, especially on Iran, the Malvinas or Falkland Islands, and Sir Galahad. And yeah, it's nice. I'm quite well informed, obviously not on this topic as you, but it's nice to see another point of view and to get someone that actually knows what they're talking about from a military point of view, because obviously I'm an observer of the process, almost like my meditation, being an observer of the process. But it is always great to have an intellectual debate, which we appear to be having here. So thank you, cheers, good on you. See you in a few moments.
Hello, everybody. Ugh. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is just give me a second. So my dad's gone to get a drink. He has gone to get himself a drink. Well, I will be talking to you. He'll just be a few minutes, and then I'm going to try and read. I'm going to try and read with my head. Through my head. If you just give me a second, I will just come. Sorry, everybody, I had to do that. Right, so like I said, we are doing about the war in at school. So we watched My Boy Jack, which is, I think it's a great film, how it portrays the war. We've also seen All Quiet on the Western Front, which is the updated version, so the newest version. And we also saw a documentary. I think they're really good. But now we are moving on to World War II. Question for you. Let's see how. Oh no. Okay. Well, I probably won't be very good, but I mean, I like the war films that we watch because I think they are really good. I think they are really good films. Like how they're portrayed and stuff. So, right, okay. Did the Christmas shit actually happen, or was it Christmas gimmick? Hang on.
I'm just going to, before I answer any questions, I'm just going to share this live, and then I'll come back to it. Hang on. By the way, I'm not cheating. If you want to see if I'm cheating or not, because I'm not. I'm just trying to share this live. Just give me a second. Hang on. There we go. It's really hard to type. Right. So let me go back to the chat. Sorry. Where are we now? Right, so sorry, it's just my head. I can't. I'm trying my best to. There. Right, there we go. Christina. Right, so. I don't know. But I can't read, so I might be reading this wrong. But I can't read. I can read, but it's because of my head. So I can read, but it's just because the holes in my head are very small. So it's very hard. So, you know. So, Creepy said,
The holes in your head, my dear, are called eyes.
Creepy said, question for you, let's see how much you've learnt about World War One.
Who says that, sorry?
Creepy.
Okay.
And then Creepy said, did the Christmas truce actually happen, or was it a Christmas gimmick Sainsbury made?
So who said that, sorry?
Creepy.
Creepy said, did it actually happen?
Yeah, or was it a gimmick Sainsbury made?
Right, do you want to just...
Yeah.
Just
Right, bye everybody.
So just read me that one again, my darling.
Right, I couldn't answer it because I can't read with my head.
Okay, with your head, right, your eyes, my darling.
With
Got
the
a
holes in
panda
my
on
panda
your
head.
Yeah.
So Creep said, did the Christmas truce actually happen, or was it a Christmas gimmick Sainsbury made?
Oh, well, I was always under the impression that the World War stopped for a brief, for them to sing Stille Nacht, Heilige Nacht, Alles Schlaf, etc., etc. Schlaf in himmlische Ruhe, or himmlische Ruhe. So I was under the impression that it did happen.
Not for your dad, lol. Your dad will know the question, it's for you, lol.
Oh,
Well, I couldn't read it properly.
oh,
because
sorry.
I read you.
But yeah, did it happen? Yeah, yes, it did happen. But obviously, I think Sainsbury's used it obviously to the extent that it was.
We watched that Christmas.
You did.
What happened at Christmas?
Yeah,
when they
yeah.
played football.
And then the great rendition that fetched it all back to being important again was the Pipes of Peace. The Like It or Love It McCartney version of Pipes of Peace, when it fetched it all back together again. But very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. But as usual, as what normally happens, things blown out of proportion, things being used to as a spin-off, as they are now. We're very conscious now that it's coming to the end of your day, especially in the Philippines. We're very conscious that in your day, the IMAS, that it's coming towards the end, and also Marigold. So we are going to be drawing our session to a close very, very soon, so that you can all get some well-needed rest and sleep. Because here in the UK, it's just 6 o'clock in the afternoon. But with you, going up to 2 o'clock in the morning, getting a bit late, isn't it?
Who said yes? It did for 1 or 2 hours. 1 to 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was a siege fire from the German trenches and the British trenches, ordered by a German officer and a British officer who actually talked to each other in Noan's land.
In where? So in No Man's Land.
Noan's land.
In
Noans land.
Yeah. Just in the middle there. Yeah. And yeah, I think we're all aware that that happened. But not to the extent that we're led to believe that they got off. I don't think they played endlessly hours of football, but I think if No Man's Land, I thought so. But of course, we have to see the film Escape to Victory, don't you, as well? I can imagine a big smile coming on your face looking at the film Escape to Victory. What happened there, which was again a wonderful idea, and we often wonder how much of these things was made up, and again how people can become national heroes. Recently, who would have thought the death of Diego Maradona recently would have been such a big thing, but people like Diego Maradona, in a country where relatively poor country, but loved by so many people, only known in this country by the hand of God, the cheat, but obviously in the Malvinas and in Argentina, a superstar and a superhero.
Creepy said, why is the date and time 11/11 so important every year?
Is this to you or is this to me? I think it's to you. 11/11.
Well, it's actually 11/11/11.
The 11th minute of the 11th hour of the 11th month is when the fighting stopped.
Yeah.
When the fighting stopped. When the guns were silenced.
Exactly 11 seconds.
Exactly. 11/11/11. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying. Was it exactly 11?
Yeah. Because we were all led to believe that's when it was. 11/11/11. You tell us, Creepy, because again, my knowledge on that is just that's what I was always led to believe, that it was on the 11th hour, the 11th minute, the 11th second, 11/11/11, as when it all stopped.
Creepy said, correct.
Thought it was.
The gun stopped exactly on the 11th hour on the 11th day of the 11th.
Yeah, exactly. Which at least I'm glad I know something, because sometimes when you speak to people who are even more well informed on things like this, then you begin to question what you actually know and believe.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, you take it for granted, but so many things that have been made up, so many things that have been politicalised, that have changed. It's like I was saying to, is it true? You can answer me this one then. I was saying to Sophia the other day about the Gurkhas and the Gurkha knife. Is it true or is it a fallacy that once a Gurkha pulled out a Gurkha knife, they had to draw blood? And if so, and if they didn't draw blood on an enemy, did they have to cut themselves? Can you answer me that one?
Creepy said the bells rang in churches for the first time since the war started the day after, due
Yeah.
to how slow news travelled back then.
Yeah. So
Creepy
that one,
said, yeah.
Creepy, it was true.
Yes, it's
So it's true about Gurkhas. Yeah, I mean, and this was my dad
You
that told me that.
about that.
Yeah, and I was telling Sophia, and Sophia said, and then halfway through it, I was thinking, is this something I've just made up, or is
Yeah.
something that I've actually bought into, or did it actually happen? Because the Gurkhas, as I understand it, they were obviously they were feared, and obviously when they did come out, they had a Gurkha knife, and they ever pulled out a Gurkha knife, they had to draw blood, and if they didn't, they had to cut themselves. Ceremony-wise, I don't know.
Creepy said
Ceremony.
fierce fighters.
Yeah, it was one of those things that I didn't know when I was. That's what I wanted to ask you, because I did mention it to Sophia.
What if they didn't cut themselves?
Well, they had to, because that was the ceremonial thing. That's what happened. You pulled the Gurkha knife out. That's what they were supposed to do. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know. That was a story that we were led to believe.
Nepal, they are from.
Nepal. That's yeah. And then we see the only thing that we see is the passion of the Gurkhas now through. What's her name? Come on, help me out again now. Absolutely fabulous.
The Nepali warriors.
Yeah, Nepali Wars by Joanna Lumley. Was it her grandfather that was a Gurkha originally from Burma, Nepal? That is obviously taking the fight on of the importance of the Gurkhas. That's all we know about it now. But every year we see, we used to see at the Cenotaph, didn't we? Every year a representation from all these different places, parts of the Commonwealth. But again, that's the Commonwealth, isn't it? You know, it's that's another thing. The Commonwealth now disappearing because people are now starting to ask questions, as we are, about how we originally became to have such a big empire. And the word empire, the British Empire, Again, beggars belief, doesn't it? The Germans tried to do the same thing, did they not? To develop a German empire. But apparently it was okay for us to do it, but not for them. I don't know.
And yet the veterans are still fighting to gain citizenship in Britain.
Exactly. But yeah, well, as I understand it, the Prussian Empire wanted to be a German empire, and it was okay for us to be a British empire and to dominate the world. But the Prussians and the Germans, they did it, so we had to stop it. I don't know.
Because he was very bad country. Because he was very bad country back thousands of years ago.
Prussia, yeah, different thing altogether. Or us. Which one do you mean, or both? Are you talking about our country back there years ago? I think probably, yeah. Or are we talking about Prussia? The Franco-Prussian War era and Bismarck. Because you were doing that, weren't you, Sophia? You were talking about it at school, about the Franco-Prussian War, and that's when we started talking about this again, and my knowledge was coming forward about the Ottoman Empire. That's what we were talking about it, weren't we? And again, I think the words of Rowan Atkinson said we can't be out of the blame totally for that one, because the Germans, we had 2/3 of the world under our empire, and the Germans' empire consisted of a very small sausage factory. I think his exact words were.
Creepy said, but I want to wait for but it's shown that lethal, a little small island, can take so much of an empire, and that's why we are being feared by many countries.
Yeah. Feared, but do we want to be? Answer me this one. Would we like to be feared by the rest of the world, or admired by the rest of the world? Feared and admired, feared or admired, feared, admired, or both? Semantics again, but what do you think?
Creepy said, us, David, we have a bad country, haha, but we never enslaved anyone like other countries did.
No.
Both, I think, works the best.
Yeah. I think because we've it's something about human rights, isn't it? I think it's about a country that seems to adhere to human rights, and when we see other countries in the world, maybe not so. I don't know, but c'est la vie. Another conversation for another day, because we are now starting to wind down our chat, and in particular in mind of Marigold and Creepy. And again, as I said earlier, always more than welcome. It's been great to have you with us today. If you joined us from the Philippines, if you joined us from Dubai or Nepal, or from Europe, not so many today from across the pond in America. I think they were maybe didn't want to get involved in the heated discussion that is the American election. Maybe next time, I don't know. Penny, was there something there, another word?
Admired that we won't back down and we support those who are loyal to us, but feared knowing if you mess with us or allies of us, they will and will truly be
great. Two great words though, aren't they? Admiration and fear. Admired and feared. Admired for the right reasons and feared for the equally right reasons. As we say, drawing our live to a close again. Again, it's been a privilege, it's been an honour, and we've really enjoyed working with you today. Join us again, put your bell on for next time, and if you're coming towards the end of your day, hope you have a great and relaxing sleep and a refreshing sleep, and wake up refreshed tomorrow morning and have a very safe and enjoyable start to your week. Penny?
Even Americans fear us, that's why they hold us close as allies.
Yeah,
and
too right.
Have a great night, guys.
Is that from Creepy?
Yeah.
It is. Again, Creepy, aimed at you and aimed at everybody that's joined us today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for joining us, Creepy.
As ever, it's been enlightening. It's been nice to have an intellectual debate. It's been nice to have an informed debate. It always is when we're doing chat shows. Because I appear sometimes to sit on the fence, but as a host, it's sometimes best to sit on the fence a tiny bit, unless I really have a strong opinion or a view. So, You know, that's what we do here.
Nab said see you soon.
See you soon too, and thank you again for joining us. Stay safe.
Yeah.
If you're starting your day, enjoy the rest of your day in a safe and a happy way. And hopefully, if you're joining us at the end of the day, hopefully now you can sleep. You have a good night's sleep, a refreshing sleep, and as you start your new week. Penny?
I might be 31, but I'm very knowledgeable, though.
Might be what? Sorry.
I might be 31, but I'm very
I
knowledgeable.
know. So much knowledge for a relative, well, a very young head. A very young head. But yeah, thank you for joining us. Penny, do you want a last word before we go?
Please remember to put the bell on so you can join us when we go live next time. Thank you all so much for joining us, Creepy and Nab, and everyone that's joined us tonight. Thank you for joining us, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you soon on our next live stream. And thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing our link. Thank you for supporting us on our vision. Thank you for joining our chat. The IMAS in Kenya. If you're still with us, then hi and stay safe. To all our friends that joined us today, hope you have a pleasant evening. Enjoy the rest of your day, and look forward to you joining us again next time here at Elysium Sophia. And remember, wherever you are, try and be as empathetic as you can, and try and learn from the past and move on and look to the future. Work together, because together we can combat anything, and we can work together. We really can make changes, and we can make things happen.
Creep said, appreciate guys, always a pleasure.
And you take care, stay safe. So, thank you. As always, stay safe. And probably as important as ever it has been, a big namaste from Elysium Sophia.